Deputy President. We recognise that mental health is not just about cure. It is very much about prevention, about building a mentally robust society. And so I was interested to read this week an important research paper just released by child psychologist Claire Rowe, in which she explains, quote, that the way we are currently teaching climate change to young children is developmentally inappropriate, emotionally overwhelming, and psychologically harmful. In short, we've turned what should be a topic of environmental education into a doomsday narrative that's making kids sick. This is alarming, but more importantly, it is preventable. Jean Piaget's theory of cognitive development demonstrates that children learn through direct, tangible experiences. When teaching climate change, we are communicating about a long-term probabilistic phenomenon which requires the conceptualisation of abstract details. According to Piaget, this does not come easily to children, and consequently, there is a great risk that young children are interpreting climate change in an extreme or a distorted manner. As Rowe reports, children under 12 lack the cognitive capacity to process abstract, long-range threats like climate change in a way that is emotionally manageable. Their thinking is concrete, black and white. When we say climate crisis, they hear, we're all going to die. And this is exacerbated because our school curriculum embeds climate change not only in science, but as a cross-curriculum priority. This means that it is reinforced across every single subject, even art. And this saturation effect creates a consistent undercurrent of fear and urgency throughout the entirety of a child's school life, often leading to emotional overload. Our children are internalising a message that if they don't act, their loved ones will suffer. This is an overwhelming burden to ask a 10-year-old to carry, and often manifests as anxiety, obsessive-compulsive behaviours, rumination and sleep disturbance. And it is entirely counterproductive, because in the name of teaching our children to be climate aware, we are actually creating climate despair. Our children are developing debilitating anxiety and a sense of helplessness, which means that they don't feel they can engage in the sensible environmental stewardship which we are hoping they will develop. We hope we are teaching them to recycle, but instead they are developing chronic stress and reduced psychological well-being. And we have done this because in our schools, in our media, in our homes, we have overloaded them with climate messages that they are too young to properly process. The same can be said of early access to pornography. In evidence to this House's current inquiry into the harmful effects of pornography, Dr. Marshall Ballantyne-Jones outlined the long-term neurological impact on young people, in his example 13-year-olds, exposed to pornography. His research demonstrates that it changes dopamine production and leads, quote, to diminished academic outcomes, diminished capacity to concentrate, diminished capacity to even enjoy other things. We have created these problems, but we also control the answer. We are the parents, we are the teachers, we are the advocates for curriculum change and media controls which can protect our children. And we have a responsibility to expose our children to concepts in an age-appropriate way which helps our children to stretch, not break. We want resilient children who can grow to be healthy adults, not overstressed, over-anxious, over-worried children who never actually are able to develop their full potential.
Thank you.